Hi everyone, it's Crystal with Army Wife 101. So, I wanted to come on here. Okay, for those of you who absolutely have no idea what I'm talking about. Army Wife 101, yes, it is to help Army wives and so forth. And you have to remember, when I chose this name, it was one of those things like, wow, ArmyWife101.com, that's available? And I bought the name, okay? Eventually, as my site progressed, I realized that, I don't just want to talk about Army life. There's not that much that's so interesting about military every single day that I'm always going to talk about the military every single day. I do my best to constantly keep you guys aware of deals, discounts, news that's happening in the military, important things we should know, but I'm human. I consider you guys like my friends. I'm lucky and blessed that I have this fan page with 11,000 people, and sometimes when I see things on the news or anything like that, I just kind of, oh God, has everybody seen this? Oh my God. Because I know that at 11,000 people, there's some people that's going to be interested in exactly what I'm talking about at that moment. Just because I'm a blogger doesn't mean I expect everybody to be interested in what I'm talking about, and I never put it out there that, oh, well, you better be interested in what I'm talking about because I'm Army Wife 101. I don't really care that I'm Army Wife 101. It's not that serious. It's a blog, and a blog is for personal opinions. It's a diary online. It just so happens that I try to help people in my diary, but I also I talk about, random stuff. I had no idea Michael Jackson would draw that much attention. The guy was guilty, and that's all I said. Oh, he's guilty. Now, I realized that when I posted it up, I said, gee whiz, Michael Jackson deserved to die. What I meant was, gee whiz, Michael Jackson deserved to die. Really? Like, that's what people think? How harsh is that? But that was my opinion. Of course, when I write it, it's going to be on the wall, and it's going to go to everybody's wall because I'm Army Wife 101, and it's my page, and that's what happens when I post under Army Wife 101. That being said, I have to admit, I do, I try not to, excuse me, I have a cold. I try not to get, uptight about people, posting their opinions. If you become a blogger and you are so lucky to get a crowd that likes most of what you write, you're going to have people who, they just get, everything bothers them. I made a mistake. I made a punctuational error, and I apologize, and I still have people up my butt about, oh, I can't believe you said that, and you're getting offensive. No, I'm really not. I really, really don't care to get offensive. My attitude is my attitude. This is what makes Army Wife 101. This is what makes it a blog. I'm not going to sit here and constantly shove, as somebody said, rainbows up anybody's behind. I tell it like it is. I tell it like it is, at least from my aspect. You might like it, but everybody knows my motto. Like it, love it, or shove it. If you don't like it, you don't have to come to my site. I don't force anybody to come here. I started this site for me as a means to just get out what I want to say. I'm a random person. I really am, and I just think things, and I'll talk about them. And of course, I try to keep it within context of not being disrespectful. And I would never say anything that's really disrespectful, but people take disrespectful and me sharing my opinion as being disrespectful. I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but I know what I'm trying to say. Do you understand what I'm saying? Not really, probably not. But pretty much, I say what I'm thinking because I am just kind of blunt, I guess. But I try to do it in a that's not disrespectful. I mean, I am who I am, and that's why apparently I have the readers I have, I've never been unhumble, and I don't know if that's a word, but I've always been humble. I've always been appreciative. But, after a while, yeah, I had to make this video because it does get annoying. It's like, come on, really? And for the people who go, oh, well, this is an Army Wife page. No, this is a page that just so happens to have an Army Wife as the owner. I have other aspects of my life that I like to discuss, which is why sometimes on my blog you won't see anything about military life. There's not that much to talk about. I put information about housing and PCSing and all that stuff, but that stuff gets boring after a while. We all know. I don't want to talk about deployments all the time because for those who say I'm not careful of what I say, actually I am. I realize that we have a lot of wives whose husbands, or even husbands whose wives are deployed, and they get depressed sometimes. Maybe they don't want to talk about deployments. I don't want to put miserable stuff up here all the time. So I'm speaking from my heart when I say this. I apologize if I offended anybody, but gee whiz, give me a break. Like you've never ever made a grammatical or punctuational error before. Okay? So with that said, continue to come and visit me. Go enter to win a turkey from Butterball because that's my latest giveaway. And I mean, really people, am I that bad? Leave your comments below. Thanks. Bye.